So the 2 million gallon plant is actually 5 units train. So we could run one train, or we can run 2 trains to get 40%, or we can run 3 trains. We're running 60% of the plant. So every gallon still that we as individuals, consumers, can conserve, it benefits the country in terms of the cost to run that plant. And it's going to cost about 10%, about $5 million per year to run that plant. So it costs $50 to build, but it's going to cost on average about 10% of that, about $5 million to run that plant. So we're talking, water is not something people have to think of just like once ago. Oh, I just cheap, I should just pay $20 for my bill. I shouldn't pay at all.
The good old days.
Those are gone because of development. You know, we have to change with it.
Yes, definitely. Conservation is important. Of course, the most watering of the lawns, water the vegetable plants instead.
Yes.
Okay, so is there anything you want to add to, whatever is happening at the department at the moment?
Right.
And then we can open the lines if there's anyone who wants to
yes. So the desal plant is just half of the solution that we are pursuing. And because, as we said, the desal plant is for the Bastia area, because we know we cannot drill any more wells in the Bastia aquifer, or else we'll over pump it and we will dry in brackish water, because the fresh water floats on saline or seawater underneath. So because of that, for the rural areas, we are still going to be pursuing the well drilling of additional wells, because we know in the rural areas, which is less developed, less dense, we know that in that area we still have a lot of potential groundwater, water in the ground that we have not been tapping into. So we have completed the study. We have signed the contract for the drilling. The drilling company out of Trinidad, the equipment is on the way, and we expect them to start in December, before this year is out.
You have found other wells?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Sounds good.
I have a list here of some of the areas that we're going to be drilling. We're going to start in Keon. As you know, as persons would know, last year we commissioned a successful well in Keon, but we are not resting on our laurels. We are going to drill another well in Keon to increase the capacity there. And so we're going to start in the Keon area, and we're going to go north, east, around the island, Molyneux, Tabernacle, Saddlers, go all the way around back to Sandy Point, come back around to Old Road Challengers. So the whole area outside of Bastia, we have identified 17 sites. For this project, we're going to be doing approximately 10. Sorry, depending on how those go and the cost, we might increase the 10. But for now, on this project, we're looking at doing the 10 best sites, so to speak. And we expect to get a couple million gallons that would take care of the rural areas. So we expect this project in the next 2 years, over the next 2 years, when we complete these approximately 10 wells, all the other communities outside of Bastia that we currently are not able to provide 24 hours supply of water, they will have 24 hours.
That sounds good. And a matter of fact, I would say that the turnaround in Keon was not really as long as we thought it would have been. So to drill and then to commission was fairly quick. In my observation.
Yeah, it only takes about 2 months to actually drill the well, but then you have to do the testing, you have to order the pumps, because you can't order a pump before you know what capacity the well is going to be. So time you order the pump and build the pump house, install it and so on. It takes with it about approximately 6 months the most, from the time you start drilling to the time you actually put water on the line. The most it will take is 6 months. So within 2 years, we think that all of these communities that we currently have to close down the reservoirs at night, that would be a thing of the past.
Okay, and especially on Sundays.
Definitely. 24/7,
Sundays is a rough day.
365.
Sundays when you really miss it, Sundays when you tend to have a couple of household things you want to do.
The beautiful thing about a well is that you can pump that well 24 hours, 365 days.
And it replenishes itself.
We would like to pump the wells for 18 hours, but because sometimes the demand is so high, we don't have that luxury, so we end up running the pump sometime for 24 hours continuously. But that is the beauty of a well. It's designed to work 24/7.
Okay. Well, sounds good. I hope that in those 17 locations we get solid stuff. That's a blessing that we have. And the replenishing of the water would be great.
Right.
And we start getting some more rainfall, We don't want the heavy ones. The heavy ones is not the soakers. Those ones that kind of tend to, the soakers are the best ones.
Definitely.
Because they run off, we don't want that. We want the soakers. Okay, we're going to open the lines. Anyone out there listening right now and has a question for Mr. Williams, it is right? Yes, Mr. Williams. You can give us a call. It's 465-1977 or 465-1903. Any question you have, we can see if we have an answer for that, or any observation, any solution, any ideas. We tend to like to hear ideas more. So that we can start to work around it. But in the meantime, would you say that the well in Keon is a success fully because now you have 24 hours of water? I don't live there, so I'm not aware of it.
The well in Keon is, I wouldn't say it's 100% success. I would say it's 110% success.
Oh wow!
I mean, there's no drawbacks.
Can you share some of it?
There's no drawbacks.
Can you share some of that water elsewhere? Let's say St. Peter's. I know you're kind of over the hill there.
Well, that's the good thing about the well in Keon. As you said that, the good thing about the well in Keon is that we are now able to send more of the water from Green Hill source, which always has supplied Keon and St. Peter's. So because Keon now have a well that can meet the demand in Keon, we send almost all of the water. We still allow some to go down to Keon, but we send a much larger portion to St. Peter's. And because of that, St. Peter's practically now have 24 hours water.
Okay, we have a caller. Can you put your headphones on, please? I have mine on too, so we can hear our caller. Caller, sorry for that. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead. You have a question?
Yes, I have a question. The Frigate Bay area, as far as hill number 172, the water goes off almost every night. Is that going to be rectified in this new project?
Hold on. Are you here?
I'm not hearing.
You're hearing now? You're hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, sir. Can you repeat the question, please? His headphones was off.
In the Frigate Bay area at hill number 172, the water goes off almost every night. Is that area going to be rectified and have water 24 hours a day? I'll listen off the ear. Thank you.
Okay.
Absolutely, yes. Once we put that Bastia desalination plant into operation next month, God willing, barring anything, unforeseen, but the expectation is next month, December. The plant is substantially completed. We're now in the testing mode. And so in a few weeks, the plant will be providing water into our system.
Oh, okay.
And once the tests are passed and everything is working smoothly, Frigate Bay, Southeast Peninsula, Bastia will have 24/7 water supply.
Okay. I think we have a caller. Hello.
Yes, hello. A blessed good morning to you and the guest there. I hope it's so how you're saying on the radio, sweet, because people complaining about the water system. So I hope how you sound so sweet. It's sweet with the water. Take care. Have a good day.
Yes, it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be a nice, watery, wet December once the plant is activated. So
yes,
hold on to your glasses.
Of course, it's not gonna be a perfect world, and it's not a perfect system. No systems are. We try to build in as much redundancy as we can and contingencies, but there still will be occasionally a pipe will break and we'll have to shut down a part of the system to do the repairs and bring water back online. So you might be out of water for a couple hours, but definitely we will no longer have a situation where we have to ration or we have to shut down because we don't have enough water. That will be a thing of the past.
All right, that sounds good. Don't forget the number to call, 465-1977, 465-1903. Any questions, any solution, anything that you see you can ask about, maybe upgrade. If you know some place where water is usually being wasted, maybe by pipes eroding or cracks or whatever, you can give us a call here and let us know, inform us as to what's going on. One of the things, okay, we have a caller. Let me get there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Waterline.
So water will stop going for night time then?
Yes.
Afterwards?
Yes.
Okay, so they wake up in the phone then the water there.
Right. So that is the reason why the government has spent such a significant amount of money in providing this desalination plant, because we did not have enough water. So we will now have enough water.
Okay.
All right. Folks are excited,
The sea is unlimited.
Yes.
And like I said, the only limitation is cost. It costs. I want persons to always remember that when you open your tap and that water start flowing, see $sign, because it is expensive to build and to operate this desalination plant. We cannot and we should not continue to see water the same way as we grew up seeing it in the 70s and the 80s, and we shouldn't see water that way anymore.
Okay. Does that suggest that our water bill will be increased? I'm sure folks will be thinking.
I think
there would be some.
That's a rhetorical question, as they will say. You ask a question and you already know the answer.
There will be some form of increase, I'm sure.
I believe it is responsible.
Hopefully not significant.
It is. I think it is responsible to manage water just like any other thing, such a way that there is some cost recovery. It pays for itself in a way. The government will still subsidize to some extent, especially for those who are poor. But for those who, have an income, you should be willing and able to pay.
Okay, we have some more callers. Quickly, is that I said? Hello, Waterline.
Labor is good. Labor is good all the time.
All right. Okay. All right, we go to another phone line. Okay, we lose that one. All right. Okay, so we lose that one. Anything else that you would like to add as the time draw down?
Well, I would want to give thanks to all who have worked thus far in the department on a whole, and especially those who have worked as a team on the construction of the Bastia desalination plant. It is our first major plant. We do have a small one, which was a donation from the United Arab Emirates government. That one is located across Canada. It is online. Mostly it supplies the businesses in the area, and so businesses like St. Kitts Masonry Product, which makes the blocks and so on, and ready mix concrete, they have benefited and they're very happy because they had an unreliable supply, just like the residential consumers. But since that plant has come on stream, they have no issues. They make concrete as much as they want, anytime they want, and the other businesses in that area. So they have seen the direct impact of that. But the Bastia desalination plant now will bring comfort to the vast majority of persons who live in Bastia and do business in Bastia.
I think we have a caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead.
I'm telling me something. He's the manager for the water department.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, but you got to have information. But you're supposed to get your facts before you get there, because right now Shadwell ain't got no water. And this happens every day.
But
I listened to Drew yesterday.
Hold on.
And he's talking about how much million he spend. The desalination plant. I think you should build catch. Mountain, you attract the rain. Build catch, you will be cheaper. Why you spend that kind of money there and people still can't get no water? Are you not talking right? The Prime Minister not talking right. You come not talking right now. Because when you asked you this morning, first when you come, how the water when you say good? Can't be good when you're dwelling on the water, I don't know. Before you can fire up here. What really wrong with you? Eh?
Okay, cool.
I think it's really wrong.
Cool down, sir.
No water up here.
Hello, cool.
You know, I come back till 4 o'clock. Sometimes I come 5. Where the waterman will look on water. Sometimes I get sleepy, look like I may be drunk. You understand? And that's what I go on here. We thought maybe they got almost 100 barrels. Okay, to water. They got to be cooping water. Imagine you not sink it a cool water and rain fall every now and again. You not sink it here. Any rain problem or no? It's a captain problem. Up to now, politicians not understand and all you not understand. That's the whole point about it. Okay, all the best.
Okay, my brother.
Okay.
I know he's a bit on the high end.
Yeah. Well,
I think he misunderstood what he was saying.
Apparently,
I think
he wasn't
he's
listening.
thinking that the plant is already on stream, but it's not. It's not. It's now December. So when he said that the water was good, we was looking forward to it coming on stream. So my friend, you will soon get your water unlimited up at Shadwell, I'm sure. And so in the meantime, you cannot blame.
But we feel the pain of those persons living in that area. It is beyond our control at this time, but the necessary measures are being put in place, and in a few weeks, customer and all others in that area, in a few weeks, you will have 24/7 water.
Okay, I think a lot of people is hard to digest, because everybody says we need more catchment, but we are told that making more catchment don't really.
There's no such thing as it's a figment of person's imagination.
It's like
it is a figment of their imagination.
It's like
making more catchment.
10 barrels home and only one full.
The point is we are capturing as much water as we can from the mountains. Of course, as I said early in the program, when it rains heavy and you see water running down the gut for a few hours, that is just nature. You can't stop that. And that is not the source. That is not the solution to the problem. You want a solution that is 24 hours, 7 days a week. And that is wells, because as I said, when you allow the water to go into the ground. That's how Mother Nature designed it. For years and years, decades, water has been going into the ground in St. Kitts, runs under the ground, goes out under the ground into the sea. We have, as of in the 1970s, we started to drill wells to tap into that. That is the solution. Plain and simple. We demonstrated it in Keon.
I asked a question before. I forgot his name, was a previous manager. What about diversion? If you were to divert some of that water that goes down the gut into the aquifer, what would that cost? Way more?
It will help, but again, that is going after 1 or 2%. It's like you get 98% on a test, and you're crying over the 2% that you didn't get. We are going not after the 2%. We are focusing on the 98%. People cannot understand, but it's a science. Water managing, water engineering, it's a science. It's not guesswork.
Well,
we have done the measurements. We know.
Okay.
Go and read Dr. Christmas' thesis. You would understand. he did his PhD thesis on the Bastia Aquifer. A complete analysis from the mountain top to the sea. Exactly what happens when the rain falls, how much is lost back to the sky, as clouds, as evapotranspiration, how much is absorbed by the plants, and so on and so forth. That has not changed much. It will change slightly over time as you pave over areas. Yes, you will have a bit less
like the airport
infiltration.
Is a massive catchment, but it does not allow water to soak through. So
right, but
that in itself.
Now look at it. There are two main guts in Bastia, College Street and Westbourne. How often do they run? They run when it rains heavy, but that's not the only time it's raining. It's raining in the mountains much more times than you see down here. It's raining in the mountain. When it rains in the mountain, the gut don't run. That goes into the ground. It takes some time to explain, but we are 2,000%. We are 2,000% sure of what we're doing.
Okay.
We have no doubts
right.
because we have proven it. We have wells in Bastia that have been operating since 1970s, over 50 years. So it's not guesswork. Over 50 years of history we have. So we know what we're doing. We're not questioning. We know for sure what we're doing.
All right. We just have to hope for the best and try to conserve as much as possible. Wastage is not a good thing. So, guys, you're hearing it.
That is why we have said to the government that we cannot drill any more wells in Bastia, or else we'll damage the aquifer. We will damage what we already have. The 2.5 million gallons per day that we already have, we will compromise that if we try to increase it, because it means that is what was calculated as the safe maximum amount. If you go over that, now we start pulling in salt water based on the amount of rain that is falling and that is going into the ground. We know that is the amount we can take out. That is why for Bastia, we said the time has come now, based on our development stage, we have to augment with desalination. We don't want to, but because it's costly, but we have no choice. We need more water. We can't get it from wells. Catchment, what do you mean by that? That means nothing. A well is a catchment. A well is a catchment. That is the way our catchments are on the ground.
Okay.
So when people say build more catchment, it really doesn't mean anything. It makes no sense.
And so this desal water would be what we call potable water.
Yes.
From the get-go.
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
We have the tests that we have to perform. Those tests are performed by the Bureau of Standards. They have to fall within international limits prescribed by the World Health Organization. Only when we have the water falls within those limits, we know we can distribute it.
Do we still use chlorine as
yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay, I know I see a couple of countries are saying that the chlorine water messes with your teeth and all kind of things.
Well, I think that's what do you call it? Iodine, I think, something like that.
The fluoride.
Fluoride, yeah. Fluoride. Yeah, but chlorine small amounts of chlorine is added to inactivate any germs that might get in the water. So that's a health safety measure.
So that would be done also.
Yes,
in those
that is
tanks.
done. That is done. Yes.
Okay. Because we might think, okay, they're filtrated and they're already clean and washed and.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a system that you guys would be opening it to the public where you can have visits, like really seeing the operation.
Sure.
Eventually.
Yes. Eventually. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The school children and anybody in the public can come in and see what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
Yes.
In operation.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering, like, okay, pulling water from the sea, what happened to you pulling in small fish and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's trainers to strain out those things.
I would assume, but it's just a kind of mindset type thing, like, the possibility.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Williams, thanks a lot for coming in. We're not getting any more calls. And so, as usual, giving us a good update as to where we in the water system. And anything else you wanted to add feel free to do so.
Okay, well, just in terms of contact, it's very important that the public be able to reach us. So our contact numbers, emergency 662-4307.
That's in case like you have
You see
a damaged pipe.
anywhere,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah, there's a call center. I think it's up until 11 p.m. at least.
Okay. Give me that number again.
662-4307.
4307. Okay.
But during the day, our regular numbers 467-1005 or 467-1442.
All right, I got my numbers.
All right, great.
Okay, thanks a lot for coming in.
Thank you.
And of course, continue keeping up the good job that you guys are doing. And we're looking forward to that production line coming on stream in December.
Thank you.
Should be interesting.
Cool. Yes.
A good gift from Santa.
Yeah, man.
Okay.